What's going on, everybody? Welcome to your daily astrology horoscope for Monday, June 6th, 2022. Astrologer Brian Scarborough here, Fixed Air Moon, keeping the collective fixed on astrology. I appreciate you all so much. I hope that you're doing outstanding, and I hope you had a great weekend. Well, this Monday we are going to see a moon in Virgo, and this is maybe bringing us back to reality a little bit in our personal lives, dealing with purifying our lives, cleaning some things up, making some changes. It's a very mutable time. That sun is, of course, in Gemini, and we're not at the first quarter square yet. That's going to be tomorrow, but dealing with change, dealing with like what we can tidy up to make things more exciting, what we can learn, what we can, analyze. We might be a little critical about certain things today. And I think it's good to look at life a little bit critically, especially for the things that you can kind of like throw away, if you will. Like do a little like spiritual cleanup, or a little physical cleanup, and get things in order. And I think that, maybe we're at that point where it is that reality check of like, okay, my reality is this way. It's not where I really want to be, or it's really where I want to be, but there's little tweaks and little changes we can make to really get it on the vibe. So maybe not worrying so much about it, but paying attention to your values, paying attention to the things that you like, the quality of your life that you can have, and how you can get things a little more in order to live that. Because Venus is now at 10 degrees of Taurus, and that's where the solar eclipse was on April 30th. And we're starting to see planets cross these eclipse points. And especially that eclipse at 10 degrees Taurus, dealing with a lot of our manifestation, dealing with a lot of our values, a lot of our throat chakra, really expressing what we want. And now Venus is like holding up a nice mirror and a nice reflection towards ourselves to be like, well, I am worth this. I do know what my value is, and now I'm really gonna make the tweaks. Like it's like starting off this week, like I'm ready to really get things lined up. I'm ready to get critical, get serious, to the point even. But we don't want to like judge ourselves too much either. We don't want to like carry the weight of like, oh gosh, this was so dirty, or this is so out of order in my life, and making things like, some kind of negative spin on it. I think it's just looking at the fact of the matter, looking at the truth, being objective. Saturn's retrograde now. Like, let's be more objective. Let's be more Uranian. Like, let's disconnect a little bit from the emotion, very Aquarius, and like get kind of serious about the radicality of the life that we can have. That moon's gonna, for that first quarter square tomorrow, it's gonna be also trine Uranus in Taurus. But today it's really going to make a nice trine over to Venus in Taurus while Venus is at that spot. I think this is really a great time to just get serious and to the point, and to look at things with, kind of like fine comb, like I'm going to fine comb these things out and see what comes out on the other end. It reminds me of like I comb my hair, right? I have long hair. There's hair that comes out on the other side. I'm like, oh yeah. And of course I'm like losing my hair anyway, so, but that's probably a typical thing, and sometimes there's maybe a little fuzz or something in there that comes out. It's like there's always something. Or even like if you're combing a dog, almost like just think about like sifting through life right now, and it's purifying it, and it's sifting out all the things that we carry too much weight on, that aren't of the value of our lives, that aren't taking our relationships to a better level, that aren't taking the relationship to self to a better level. And it's like we can always make little adjustments. We don't have to get so like, oh, I'm perfect, because this is one of those days too where I think if you just think that everything's perfect and nothing could change or nothing could be better, well, are you really limiting yourself to a lot of different potential of like other ways to amplify your life? Yeah, we could definitely be in moments where things are great, but what's up with the long term here? Think about the big cycles we're living, and that just got started really on the grand scheme of things from 2020. There's just been big cycle after big cycle after big cycle. So think about this cycle and think about where things are going over, call it the next 22 years. Call it Pluto and Aquarius. A lot of it's going to be a big disconnection from a lot of the weight and a lot of the things that weren't beautiful and amazing in our lives, and getting to the point. So I think today's a good day to really look at that and be excited for change. I think change is the only thing that is a constant, and it's stimulating to go and like look at the other options, or to have certain debate, or figure things out, or talk, or express ourselves. And Mercury's direct now, and it's heading towards Pluto, and it's in Taurus. It's on Algol. It's getting ready to cross over algal for the 3rd time. Like, I think we have great power right now to transform our lives for the deepest possible mission, version of you, the character that you want to be. You know, and a lot of this is like about what you can provide for yourself and to society, to others. You know, Virgo does bring the service to others, and Capricorn even is a mission. So think about today and think about how you can purify your life for just a better version of you that's more along with your truth, that isn't abusing any power, that's not taking from another or giving too much of yourself, but really that healthy balance. And I think there's a reality check that brings that up of like, well, I actually was a little out of order here when I thought I had everything completely dialed up. And it's not about judging yourself. So just be okay with like seeing that was the truth. That was the information that showed up in my life to let me make a decision. So. And Mars is at 9 degrees in Aries. It's getting ready to come to 10 degrees. It's getting closer to Chiron, you know. Coming off Jupiter, we're seeing a lot of the story really start to take place, and a lot of like the direction of life and really like who you are and why you're here and what to do with that. And I don't think we need to have all the answers yet. It's like, I know so many people can be like, well, I don't know what I'm here to do. I don't think any, you know, we just do things, right? You just do things, and if it feels good and you get a response from the universe, it clicks. If it doesn't, don't stress on it. Today could be a day where we're stressing because we don't know what our service is, or we don't know, you know, and I think it's just being humble within yourself and to others, and being able to create something of substance that you love, that makes you happy, that makes you feel excited for the future, and not looking back at the past like, I can never move forward in this world. Of course you can. You know, you just got to be strong. You got to use your power, use your the warrior Martian spirit that we all have. You know, this is where you can really start trailblazing, you know, your unique trail, your authentic trail. And that can be extremely empowering and also extremely purifying. Card for the day is the Queen of Pentacles. See, it's very important to look at the value of life right now, the quality, being able to really take care of yourself, have the life that you want, and I think be able to really manifest the things that make you feel like, yes, oh yes, I am queen or king of this reality, and I can have the things that I want and that I desire. But there is a definition that has to be brought to it too. You know, you really have to know what you want. You really have to believe it, and also keep faith that if you do keep pursuing what you want, it will show up eventually, you know. But just the knowing of it's very important. The Moon card upright. Yeah, this could be a highly emotional day, because sometimes like reality and truth and it can feel like a heavy, I mean, reality is heavy. Let's not sugarcoat it, but it can almost feel like it's too much, and it can almost bring up some kind of like guilt of like why the current life isn't what you want it to be, or why the change that you want to see hasn't happened yet. I think this is about being, you know, open to all the things, whether, you know, you're super stoked and things are going great, but being okay with an inevitable change, you know, and still being great. Like, that's extremely pure, but it's also, this is a time to feel, you know, and see what all the deep emotion is actually bringing up without tripping on it or getting in a really weird mental place. Jet skis. And the Two of Pentacles. Life is a juggling act. I think we can all just try and figure out how to navigate change, how to navigate whatever's going on in the world at any given time, because it's such a, there's always something. And I, you know, I see it in a lot of personal lives, my own personal life, in the world. You know, we can get caught almost juggling between two worlds right now. And I think this is about making decisions about what your values are and what's aligned with you and who's aligned with you, and really doing whatever's necessary to have more of that and to sit on your throne of manifestation power. But it comes with choices. It comes with knowing that deep inner power to define a direction in your life, and it comes with purifying and cleaning the stuff that doesn't belong there. I love you all very much. I hope you have a beautiful Monday, and I'll see you all Tuesday for the weeklies and for Tuesday's horoscope. Much love. Peace.